my name's Nikki, and today we're doing Curious Kids from Home, and we're going to talk about air and air pressure. So for our experiments, the first one you'll need a bowl of water, which is about 3/4 of the way full, a cup, and a paper towel. And for our second experiment, you will need a bottle. Any bottle will work. This is just a plastic bottle, as long as it has a thin neck. And you will also need a balloon. But before we do our experiments, let's talk a little bit about air. So air is a gas that is all around us all the time. So the air here on Earth is made up mainly of nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and argon. So when we breathe in, so if you can put your hands right on your ribs and take a deep breath in and then let it out, you can actually kind of feel your lungs expanding and contracting. So when they expand, they're bringing in all that air, and we are actually using the oxygen, and it goes into our bloodstream, and it helps us be humans and do good things. And when you contract, your lungs are pushing out the carbon dioxide, the nitrogen, and the argon, which is great. So I have someone here with me today. His name is Al. So Al here is my aloe vera plant. So plants use the air around us as well. So they don't breathe like we do. They don't have lungs, but they have pores on their leaves, and they're really, really small. You probably can't see them, but through these pores, they bring in the air like we do, and they bring in all that carbon dioxide, argon, nitrogen, and oxygen. And when they're in the shade, they push out carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and argon like we do. So they bring in the oxygen. But when they're in the sunshine, they do something really cool called photosynthesis. So they actually turn the carbon dioxide that they have inside of them into oxygen using the sun, which is awesome. So that's a good reason to keep a plant around. They turn our carbon dioxide into oxygen that we can use more of. So for our first experiment, we're going to take our bowl of water and our cup and our paper towel. And we're going to try and keep our paper towel dry while it's underwater. So what you're going to want to do is just crumple up your paper towel and put it inside your cup. And you want to make sure it doesn't fall out when you shake it. So you can kind of see mine is a little bit out here, so I'm just going to push it back in. So we don't want any of the paper towel to come below the rim of your cup. And you're just going to press your cup straight up and down into the water. And while you're pressing down, you can kind of feel pressure when you try and push down. When you pull it back up, and we'll take our paper towel out, and it is still completely dry. So what's happening here is the air inside the cup, when we have it straight up and down, is actually trapped when we push it against the water. So the air here is actually taking space, and you can kind of see when the water rises. And I know that's a little difficult to see, so we are actually going to turn our water blue really quickly. So if you have food coloring at home, you can do this too. I'm just going to use 1 drop of food coloring, and then I'm just going to stir it up with my cup. You don't want to use more than 1 drop. We don't want it to dye our hands or dye our clothes or anything. We just need it to kind of see what's going on. So I'm going to dry my cup back off. And we'll get our paper towel back in there. So now we'll really be able to tell if our paper towel stays dry, because if it doesn't, it will turn blue. So just straight up and down. We're going to make that seal against the water so the air can't come out. Push down, and you can see the water level rise up. So it rose up about 1/4 of an inch, and we let it come down. So the air inside the cup is taking up space, and it's creating a little seal so that our paper towel here stays dry, which is awesome. And you could tell if it got wet, it would get really dark in color, and it turns kind of blue. All right. And you can do a couple different things for you to try at home. So if you push your cup down and then turn it to the side, you'll actually hear the air coming up because we're breaking that seal. And you can try this with different cups or a bowl or anything you like. It's a lot of fun. For our second experiment, let me dry our table off real quick. We are going to take our bottle, open it up. It's an empty bottle, nothing's in there. And our balloon. And we're just going to feed our balloon into our bottle. Here we go. And we don't want to drop it in. We're actually going to stretch the neck of the balloon over the top of the bottle. So that way it's kind of covered. It seals it off like the lid would. So when you're looking at this bottle, it looks empty, but actually there is air inside of it. So what you're going to do now is try and blow up the balloon while it's inside the bottle. So give it a good blow. It doesn't work. So why doesn't this work? The air inside the bottle is taking up space, and there's no more room inside of our bottle. So I can't put more air into the balloon while it's inside of the bottle because the pressure is too tight. So there's no room for us to put air into the balloon. But if you take a pair of scissors and make a small hole right in your bottle, and go ahead and try and blow up your balloon now. So give it a good blow. You will actually be able to blow up your balloon while it's in there now because there was room or a hole for the extra air to go out. Now once your balloon got to the hole that you made, you wouldn't be able to blow it up anymore because it would be blocking that hole and it would stop any air from going out. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in our comments and we'll answer them for you. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye!